This is the big show on Planet5D.com. It is the Planet5D.com wrap-up show from the Teradek booth here at the Las Vegas Convention Center at NAB 2013, National Association of Broadcasters Convention. This is the first day. So much is going on, and we've got a week's worth of great content for you. Mitch from Planet5D is here. I gotta thank David Thompson, who's sitting right next to me, for providing these beautiful flowers. Sent me these flowers to the set. They were delivered this morning by a courier, and I just thank you so much. That was so nice of you.
You're welcome, Michael. Anything to make your show
And the
go
card
well.
that you wrote was just amazing. Made me smile ear to ear, so
to
thank you.
Michael with plastic love.
and it showed up on set, and it's great. It makes the set such a homey place. David Thompson from Ustream is here.
Yes, thank you.
And we've got David Gibbons from Ustream. He's going to talk technical. You guys, the Ustream network works so good. Ustream is on Planet5D right now.
Yep.
Embedded there.
Yep. And so the thing that makes it so powerful is that, you know, we've got these data centers around the world. They're all talking to each other. 3 major data centers, one in the US, one in Europe, one in Asia. And we're able to take advantage of all the different CDNs out there, not just 1 or 2, but literally Akamai plus Limelight plus a bunch of others. So the customer doesn't have to choose what network do I work with. We front end all that and make it very powerful and easy to use.
When you guys started, how did you decide to do that? Because the other guys seem to use one CDN. Yeah. You guys use a bunch.
So the company's been fanatically committed to making sure we always deliver the best viewer experience, especially because, you know, our broadcast customers, we got more than 5,000 global customers using Ustream to broadcast their live video streams, and they're really picky about, wow, you know, I want my viewer, my user to have a great experience.
David, what's the data center look? David Gibbons, what does the data center look like?
Well, it's actually a very distributed data center. We actually have operations in multiple places around the globe.
So how do you monitor that?
With extremely sophisticated monitoring tools that can manage all that complexity. Let me tell you, it's a complex thing to do. So combining CDNs in the way that David was just describing, including combining with our own CDN, not an easy thing to do.
It's actually genius too, because you can leverage them against each other from a business standpoint, right?
You could say that was one of the advantages. We're very focused on the advantages.
Be honest a little bit here.
Well, it helps us keep costs low,
right?
Which is great. But more importantly, the viewer always knows that they're going to get the best possible connection for their stream.
And that's the truth. I mean, Mitch, you've used Ustream, right?
Yes, I have.
Is there anything better for live video than Ustream?
I've tried several, and I didn't like any of them except
exactly.
Ustream.
Glad to hear it.
Exactly.
And they didn't pay me to say that.
No, they didn't. And I didn't pay you either. And David
well,
didn't
we'll
even
send you some plastic
I was
flowers.
Say, David didn't even send you flowers. But I'll tell you, I've used, you know, a bunch. I've used everything out there pretty much, and without a doubt, I can say Ustream is my favorite. It's by far the best. I told you this earlier in the day, and I told the folks here at Teradek that 2 years ago. You know, and they had asked me which is the best, and I said Ustream. When I'm at the New York Post, they've asked me which is the best. Ustream. Everybody asks me, I always say Ustream because it is the best. It's consistent uptime, the video always looks the best, and even if you have a low data connection, which a lot of people surprisingly still have, you can manage really well and still get the signal, and you don't lose the signal.
Well, that's one of the really tricky things. The tricky thing is to always keep track of what device is the user on and how good is their internet connection, and automatically adjust the stream to give them the best possible view of the video. And that's what our back-end intelligence does to make sure, whether you're on a mobile device, whether you're on a laptop, whether you're on an iPad, we're always going to send you the best bit rate for your machine and your network conditions.
And in fact, we're doing that in multiple places. So there's the back-end version of that where we're making sure the server is developing the streams at the right bandwidths, but there's also the client side where the player for every individual viewer is optimizing which CDN it should be connecting on and at which bandwidth it should be connecting on to get the best possible experience for the viewer.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, what is, like, give me an idea of how much bandwidth you guys are using on a daily basis.
Well, let me give you a stat that blew our minds when it happened. As you know, in February, the Sony PlayStation 4 was previewed.
A million people watched live?
A million people concurrently watching
simultaneously.
Live. And here's the stat that blew our minds. At the peak moments during that transmission, Ustream was basically pushing 1% of the available capacity of the internet.
Wow.
Not the actual amount that was being consumed, the total capacity. So it's a really huge number.
Wow. Mitch, do you hear that?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot of data.
None of the videos we've ever posted on Planet 5D have done that.
That day will come, I'm sure.
But you'll get there. And so another really cool thing we're doing to help people increase their audience and take advantage of all this power is we've got a new player that not only gives you the best connection, but you can place it out on any website you want to, not just embedding, but also through syndication. So you can actually figure out where your audience is and basically send the player out to them on the websites of your choice, and that brings in more viewers.
So you partner with a bunch of websites. Let's say you'd partner with Planet 5D, and then anything tech I can personally pick to put it on Planet 5D.
Exactly. You can pick that, or you can just say, these are characteristics of my audience. You know, they're techie, they're 18 to 45.
And then Mitch can go in and say, hey, how about this show? Right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Mitch?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Totally.
We'll just rebrand it Planet 5D.
Like Dell is doing this a lot. They're doing these webinars. Yeah. But what they're really excited about is they can take the little player that's literally like the size of an ad unit. Yeah. And they can syndicate it out to a bunch of tech sites where they know that there are people who are potentially interested in servers. Right. Come in, and that way we take advantage of all this broad distribution.
That's really great. So 1%. I still can't get over that.
Shocking. Is it blowing your mind too? It blew our minds.
So what? I mean, what do you? What's
we had steam coming out of our ears.
What's a day in the life like for you? You must be like, oh.
Well, so the funny thing is that it's almost never predictable. So Sony, great customer of ours, great partner of ours. They're also embedding Ustream in the PlayStation 4.
Wow.
So when PlayStation 4 comes out in Christmas, you're going to be able to click the share button and instantly broadcast any of your favorite games on Ustream.
Really?
And so it's pretty intense. And so we've had to build out this network in order to be able to accommodate.
And what's great about
that
is there are so many people who play and do tutorials. I know this one kid. This is an amazing story, and then I got to let you go because I know you're busy. But this one kid, his name is Jaws X on the internet, right? And his parents, their house got foreclosed on. He was broke. Everybody was broke. He was going to go to college. He used his college loans to help pay his parents' mortgage, and he started playing one of these games on PlayStation online and doing tutorials. He did millions and millions of views, was making ad dollars and ad dollars and ad dollars. He paid off his parents' mortgage, paid for his college, and bought himself a Benz. Yeah, and it's become a full-time job for him. He still does it.
And imagine if he could do that all in a PlayStation 4 and charge a pay-per-view ticket.
It would be amazing. And he wouldn't, in addition to that, he wouldn't have to film it himself and rig the system to film it and then do a voiceover later and all this stuff. Right. He could do it as he's playing. Truly amazing stuff, and that's remarkable. I think that's great. And I like that you guys are opening up business opportunities and showing ad revenue and then potential with pay-per-view sales, because that's the thing, is that live viewing is really the only thing that pay-per-view would work for.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think ad dollars, that's where all the ad dollars are.
Also
so that
works on VOD. You can do pay-per-view
right,
on VOD.
But the thing
too.
is, I can skip. I don't. If it's VOD, I don't feel like I have to watch it now. And I can skip the live. Gives you the immediacy. It's compelling, and that's where the. So are you guys? Last question, real quick. Are you guys doing like a place where I can do pay-per-view as a Ustream guy now?
Oh yeah. No, we have a whole open pay-per-view. You can go online. You can sign up, and you can say, okay.
So I can charge people to watch.
You can set whatever price you want from 99 cents.
And that's the content that's compelling, and that's what people will pay for. It's immediacy. They got to watch it now, and I always say that, and that's where the ad dollars are following, is live for regular ads and for pay-per-view, because that's what people are watching. Otherwise, they have a TiVo and they skip through it. Guys, David and David, Gibbons and Thompson, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love Ustream.
Thanks, Michael.
You guys are great.
Thanks. It's great to be here with you guys.
It's great to have you here, and it's great to be broadcasting on Ustream.
Very good.
And Planet 5D.
Yeah.
Planet5D.com is broadcasting on Ustream. What we're doing.